Hi dear students, I hope you all are fine at your home as usual. Today we start our new chapter. Before starting a new section, new chapter, let's recall what we had studied in our previous chapter. In previous chapter, that is life in the desert. What is desert? Desert is a flat land or sand covered with loose sand covered with sand. Desert is a flat land or area covered with loose sand. One of the important desert in India, that is Thar desert. It is extended from Gujarat to Haryana. There are so many features in desert. We studied that. We already studied in our in third chapter. Desert, our Rajasthan desert is divided in two parts, the western part and eastern part. The western part is Thar desert and the eastern part is highly populated area. In desert, almost all regions, almost all parts covered with sand. This area is called sand dunes. In desert, most of the parts are covered with sand. This area is called sand dunes. After that, we studied about climate condition of desert. In summer season, the days are very hot and evenings are cool. This is because heat sands are up and cool down fast. Then in winter season, the days are warm and nights are very cool. Dust storms are common in that time. The desert region is not get much rainfall. Some parts is get rain is very narrow. Luni is one of the important river that flow through this region. Luni is one of the important region that flow through this region. Then we studied about oasis. What is oasis? In some places, underground water comes up to the surface of the earth. That is known as oasis. In some places, underground water comes up to the surface of the earth. That is known as oasis. People are lived in that area and most of the plants, date palms, apricot, figs are grown in that region. After that, we studied about the wildlife in desert region. Black buck, camels, great Indian bustard are the main important animals in the desert region. After that, there are important cities mentioned about the desert region. What are they? Jaipur, Sambalpur, Jaipur, Jodhpur, then Jaisalmer, etc. were the main cities in Rajasthan region. After that, we studied about different features in the desert region. Okay, today we start our fifth chapter, our culture. The fourth chapter is not for the examination. The fourth chapter, that is the means of communication, is not for the examination. It is the seminar paper. The fourth chapter, that is the means of communication, is not for examination. It is the seminar paper. It is, we get some questions that related to seminar. So, today we start our fifth chapter. Our fifth chapter is our culture. Fifth chapter is our culture. So, all of you take your textbook and open the page number 156, our culture. Okay. What is culture? You know, what is culture? Does anybody know what is culture? Listen here, all of you listen here. Culture is the characteristics and knowledge of a particular group of people encompassing the language, clothes, dance, music and architecture, paintings and festival. Culture is the characteristics and knowledge of a particular group of people encompassing language, then clothes, dance, music, architecture, paintings and festivals. So, you write the question, what is culture? What is culture? Culture is the characteristics and knowledge of a particular group of people encompassing language, clothes, dance and music, architecture, painting and festivals. Okay? I just write what is culture. Culture is the characteristics encompassing So, what is culture? Culture is the characteristics and knowledge characteristics and knowledge. Culture is the characteristics and knowledge of a particular group of people encompassing language, clothes, dance and music, architecture, painting and festival. So, you write a question, what is culture? Culture is the characteristics and knowledge of a particular group of people encompassing language, cloth, dance and music, architecture, painting and festivals. So, all of you write the answer, what is culture? Okay, all of you write it. Okay. Next we studied about language. The first feature of India, the language. In your textbook page number 156. All of you take it and open it, the page number 156, the language. Okay. Languages. Languages. Okay. Languages. It is one of the important feature of India. Language. India is a home to several hundred languages. India is a home to several hundred languages. The people in India spoke many other languages. The most of the peoples, there are many people, there are many languages spoken in India. 100 and above languages are spoken in India. There are 90,000 above mother tongues in India. Out of these, 22 languages are considered, 22 languages are recognized by the Constitution of India as official languages. How many official languages in India? 22 languages. 22 language. In your textbook, you can see 20 languages in India. Out of 22 languages are considered our Constitution of India as official languages. Which are the official languages? All of you see in your textbook. Okay, I just show which are the 22 languages in India. Assamese, Bangla, Bodo, Dogri, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Maithili, Malayalam, Manipuri, Marathi, Nepali, Odia, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Santali, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu are the 22 languages in India. How many recognized official languages in India? 22 languages. Which are they? Assamese, Bangla, Bodo, Dogri, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Maithili, Malayalam, Manipuri, Marathi, Nepali, Odia, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Santali, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu and Urdu. So you write the question. How many, which are the 22 languages in India? Which are the 22 official languages in India? You write the answer, the 22 languages, the names of the 22 language. Okay? Hindi and English are considered official language in India. Hindi and English are considered official language in India. Assami, Bangla, Bodo, Dogri, Gujarati, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Maithili, Malayalam, Manipuri, Marathi, Nepali, Odia, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Santali, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu and Urdu were the 22 official language in India. So in your notebook, you write the names of the 22 language of India. Okay. All of you write it? Yes. Most of the languages are written from left to right. Most of the languages are written from left to right. But some of the languages like Kashmiri, Sindh, Urdu, etc. were written from right to left. Etc. were written from right to left. So, most of the languages Most of the languages are written from left to right, but some of the languages like Kashmiri, Sindh, Urdu, etc. were written from right to left, right to left. So, all of you listen here. We studied about what is culture, then we studied about language, the first section of the chapter, language. India is a home to several hundred languages. There are many languages spoken in people in India. Out of these, 22 languages recognized by the Constitution of India as official languages. They are Assamese, Bangla, Bodo, Dogri, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Konkani, Kashmiri, Maithili, Malayalam, Manipuri, Marathi, Nepali, Odia, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Santali, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu and Urdu. Okay. Most of the languages are written from left to right, but some of the languages are written from, that is Kashmiri, Sindhi, Urdu are written from right to left. Now, next we studied about the clothes in India, the dressing styles of India. We already studied about what is culture, then we studied about 22 languages in India. Then next we studied about the clothes, the dressing styles of India. Okay. Okay. There are many different type of clothes in India. Women's wear saris, salwar kameez, trousers, shirts and skirts. Women wear saris, salwar kameez, trousers, then shirts and skirts. Then in some places sari is worn in different ways. For instance, Gujarati, Bengali, Kurgi. In that states, the wearing sari is different from another region. Wearing the dressing style of sari is different from another region. So, most of the peoples in India, the dressing styles of women in India, that they wear sari, salwar kameez, trousers, shirts and skirts. They wear saris worn in different ways in different parts of India. For instance, Gujarati, Bengali, Kurgi, the dressing styles of the saris wearing the women is different from another region. So, the women's dressing styles, that is sari, the woman wear sari, salwar kameez, then trousers, shirts and skirts. Then the sari is worn in different ways in different parts of India. For instance, Gujarati, Bengali, Kurgi, these states wearing sari is different from another region. Which are the dresses are used in the in our country? Women's used in our country? Yes, sari, salwar kameez, then trousers, shirts and skirts. Women's wear, the dresses, women's dress, sari, most of the women wear saris, salwar kameez, trousers, shirts and skirts. At the same time, the men's wear jeans, trousers, shirts and t-shirts. Men's wear jeans, trousers, shirts and t-shirts. The dressing styles of men and women are different in our country. Women wear saris, salwar kameez, trousers, shirts and skirts. Men wear jeans, trousers, shirts and skirts. In some states, men wear kurta, pajama and different style of dhotis, a different style of dhoti. At the same time, in some states, men wear kurta, pajama and dhoti. Kurta, pajama and dhoti. So, you listen here. Men in India wear jeans, trousers, shirts and t-shirts. In some states, men wear kurta, pajama and different style of dhoti In South India, men wear dhoti like garments called mundu in Kerala and veshti in Tamil Nadu. In South India, the dhoti like garments called mundu in Kerala and veshti in Tamil Nadu. So, the wearing styles of men are different in South India. The names of the dressings are different names. Dhotis names are different. The dhotis garments called in South India, in Kerala, mundu in Kerala and Tamil Nadu, veshti in Tamil Nadu. So, next you studied about cloth, the dressing styles of clothes in India. So, women wear sari, salwar kameez, trousers, shirts and skirt. In some states, sari is worn in different ways in different parts of India, and Gujarati, Bengali, Coorg style. For instance, Gujarati, Bengali, Coorgi states wearing sari is different from another region. Then men wear jeans, trousers, shirts and t-shirts, and also in some parts men wear kurta, pajama and dhoti. And in some states in South India, men wear dhoti is called garments called mundu in Kerala and veshti in Tamil Nadu. Okay. Today we discuss about culture. What is culture? Culture is the characteristics and knowledge of a particular group of people encompassing language, clothes, then dance and music, architecture, paintings and festivals. We studied about language and clothes. We already studied about 20 languages, the different types of clothes, different types of dressing style, dressing cloth women's and men's in India. Women wear saris, salwar kameez, trousers, shirts and skirts. Then men wear jeans, trousers, shirts and t-shirts, and also some parts then kurta, pajama, dhoti, etc. Then next we studied about dance and music in India. Dance and music in India. There are many different type of folk and classical dance and music in India. There are many different type of folk and classical and dance and music in India. Our folk dance can be celebrated different events. Our folk dance can be celebrated different events. Some are meant for special occasions such as marriage, festivals and birth of a child. Our folk dances are celebrated in different events. Some are meant for special occasions such as marriage, festivals and birth of a child. Some folk dances are celebrated changing the seasons, sowing or harvesting the crops. Our folk dances are celebrated different events. Some are meant for special occasions such as festivals, such as marriage, celebrations, then birth of a child. Okay. Some of the important folk dances are very popular in India. Which are the main folk dances are popular in India? These included Bhangra from Punjab, Ghumar from Rajasthan, Garba from Gujarat, Karagatam from Tamil Nadu, then Kaigotikali from Kerala and Bihu from Assam. These are the important folk dances in Kerala. Some of the folk dances are very famous in Kerala, some are very famous in India. Some included the names are Bhangra from Rajasthan, Punjab and Ghumar from Rajasthan, Garba from Gujarat, Karagatam from Tamil Nadu and Kaigotikali from Kerala and Bihu from Assam. So, our folk dances are, there are many folk and classical dance and music in India. We celebrate our folk dances are celebrated different events. We celebrate folk dances in different events. Some are meant for marriage, then birth of a child and festivals. Some are meant for marriage, birth of a child or festival, or some main folk dances are very popular in India. Some of them are Bhangra from Punjab, Ghumar from Rajasthan, Garba from Gujarat, Karagatam from Tamil Nadu and Kaigotikali from Kerala and Bihu from Assam. So, in a textbook page number 157, here you can see some of the names of the important folk dances in India. The names are Bhangra, Ghumar, Garba, then Karagatam, Kaigotikali and Bihu. So, you write the important folk dances, names of the important folk dances in India. You already studied the names of the some tribal groups in India, Nagas, Sandals, already studied in our previous chapter. Bills, Sandals, Nagas, Bills and then Misos, etc. are also, they also celebrated their own folk dances in India. Some tribal groups like Sandals, then Bills, Misos, Nagas are also celebrated their own folk dances in India. Okay. So, we studied about culture, what is culture, then we studied about what the language, 22 languages, the names of the 22 languages, then we studied about the dressing style, the cloth of the Indians, men's, the different clothes in women's and different clothes in men's. Then men's also wear caps and turbans and different types of caps and turbans in each of the states. After that we studied about the dance and musics in India. After that we studied about dance and musics in India. So, folk dances are very popular They are made for special occasions, birth of a child and festivals, and then marriage occasions are celebrated folk dances. Some of the names are mentioned it, and also some tribal groups are also celebrated the folk dances in India. So, dances are two types, folk dances and classical dance. Next we studied about classical dance. Our classical dance began as a form of worship. So, firstly we studied about folk dances. Folk dances, the names of folk dance. Then, what are the main names of the folk dances? Okay. Then, our classical dance began as a form of worship. These dances were performed in temples with the encouragement of the rulers. In ancient times, classical dance began as a form of worship. It is performed in the temples with the encouragement of the rulers. Some of the classical dance in India are, our classical dance began as a form of worship. These dances were performed in temples. Some of the important classical dances are Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, Kathak, Mohiniyattam, Manipuri, Odissi, etc. So, in your textbook, page number 157, here you can see some of the important classical dance. We already studied the important folk dances in India. Which are they? Bhangra, Ghumar, Garba, then Kaigotikali, then Bihu, Karagatam, etc. were the folk dances in India. At the same time, in India, a lot of classical dances are very encouraged by the rulers. Some of them are Bharatanatyam, then Kuchipudi, Kathak, Mohiniyattam, Manipuri and Odissi. Okay, you write the names in your notebooks. Name of classical dance. At the same time, there are so many folk dramas. Very popular in India, such as Kathakali from Kerala and Yakshagana from Karnataka are very popular in India. Folk dances, classical dances, at the same time there are so many folk dramas are very popular in India. Some of them are Kathakali from Kerala and Yakshagana from Karnataka. One of the important feature of this dance drama, that is, these dance dramas, folk dramas are tell stories through the dance. These dance dramas tell stories with the dance. In the court, in some the stages, dance dramas tell stories through the dance. So, here you can study the dance, music, folk dances, different type of folk dances in India, then classical dancer, different type of classical dances, names of the different type of classical dances. Then at the same time, dance dramas are also popular in India. Kathakali from Kerala, Yakshagana from Karnataka are one of the important dance dramas in Kerala. One of the important feature of this dance drama, that is, these dance dramas tell stories through the dance. And next we studied about the music in India. There are two types of musics in India. The main style, two types of style of music in India. The first one is Carnatic music and then second one is Hindustani music. Carnatic music and Hindustani music. Carnatic music is developed in North India and Hindustani music is developed in Hindustani music developed in North India and Carnatic music is developed in South India. There are two type of musical style developed in India. The first one is Hindustani music and Carnatic music. Hindustani music in North India and Carnatic music in South India. There are two important musical style in India, Hindustani music and Carnatic music. Hindustani music is developed in North India and Carnatic music is developed in South India. And Bhimsen Joshi and Kishore Amonkar are the two important famous singers in Hindustani music. Bhimsen Joshi and Kishore Amonkar is the famous singer in Hindustani music. At the same time, M. Balamurali Krishna and M. S. Subbalakshmi are the famous singers in the Carnatic music. In your textbook page number 157, here you can see there have been many great singers in our country. Tansar sang at the court of Emperor of Akbar. Haridas, Baiju Bawra were other important famous singers. Bhimsen Joshi and Kishore Amonkar were famous singers, Hindustani singers, and M. Balamurali Krishna and M. S. Subbalakshmi were famous Carnatic singers. Other famous singers include Pandit Jasraj, Shubha Mudgal, Sudha Raghunath and Yeshudas. So, you write the important singers in India. You studied well. We already studied well two type of classical music, classical dance, the names of classical dance, and two type of music in India, styles of music in India, Hindustani and Carnatic. Hindustani music developed in North India and Carnatic music developed in South India. And Hindustani music, one of the two important singers are Bhimsen Joshi and Kishore Amonkar, and M. Balamurali Krishna and M. S. Subbalakshmi were the famous singers in Carnatic music. And Tasan, one of the important famous singer in India, that is Tasan. He lived in the court of Akbar Mughal period, and he was a court singer of Akbar, the ruler of Akbar. And there are not only Tasan, but also there are so many other singers. The names are Haridas, Haridas and Baiju Bawra, and other important singers are Pandit Jairaj, Shubha Mudgal and Sudha Raghunath and Yeshudas, etc. were other important singers in India. So, you read well that sections, you write the questions, what is culture, then 22 languages, names of the 22 languages, then you write about the clothes, the divided the different style of dressing clothes of the women's and men's in India, then dance and music, folk dances, different type of folk dances, then music, classical dance, the main important classical dance, what is classical dance and which are the important classical dance, then the two type of musical styles, Carnatic and Hindustani music, and important singers in each of the music styles. Okay, you write each of the section in your notebook. I think all of you understand well in this section. Thank you.